So here we are looking at the Simplicity snow thrower that I rebuilt the engine on in previous videos. This is a kind of a smaller unit, and the reason we're looking at it today is because I actually gave it to a friend of mine, decided he didn't need it, and gave it back to me a couple years later. Then I decided to give it to a different friend of mine, and it runs and everything except that it doesn't move any snow. And let me show you what's going on. I got the belt cover off there, and let me start this thing up. Alright, so as you can see, even when I engage the lever to start the snowblower attachment, we got nothing. The engine, of course, is spinning, but the idler pulley here is extended. You know, typically, if you need to put more pressure on the belt, let me get this phone out of here. This thing here, you can see it slides back and forth on here. If you need to put more pressure on the belt to get things spinning, that's what does it. That's how you make an adjustment. But that's already fully extended, and this belt is still just spinning in place. So my guess is that it needs a new belt. But before I make sure of that, I'm going to kind of spin the augers and make sure they're turning. So if I reach in here, I'm going to reach in there, and I'm going to spin that auger by hand and make sure that this pulley down there is actually turning. Oh yeah, so it's not like there's something stopping that. So I'm thinking it's a new belt. So guess what? I got a new belt. Let's get at that. All right, a couple things here I want to do to just make it easier to get access to the belt is I'm going to loosen this bolt, and I'm going to slide this out of the way, and I'm also going to get this belt keeper off of here. So we're here, we're looking at a 1/2 inch wrench. I'll loosen that up. You can just take that whole thing right out of there. Now there's a locking washer inside, and then a bolt with a regular flat washer here. So kind of keep it all together. And then here we got a 9/16 nut on the back side. And this is a carriage bolt, so there we go. So now it slides in and out of that groove. A new belt hopefully won't be stretched out to the point where we need to push it that much further that way. But so that's out of the way. So now the belt's off the front here. And we're going to flip this machine over and open up the bottom. Alright, so here we're looking at the bottom of the snowblower, and we got a bunch of 3/8 inch bolts to remove. here's the belt we're after. There's another belt keeper right here. We can loosen that up and slide that out of the way. Let's see if it's 1/2 inch or 9/16. It's 9/16. Okay. Let's see what would be the best way to get. Oh yeah, I can see where the belt was just rubbing there. Unfortunately, this snowblower doesn't have an easy separation between here and here like some of them do now for doing this kind of job. So let's find out what's going on. So the problem I'm having is getting this belt pulled through from between these two pulleys. These pulleys are not connected, but this shaft here on the other side of this pulley is a big old nut or something, and it's preventing me from pulling this belt out. But I found if I pull on the lever up here, see what happens. It might lift it just enough. Really? Still not enough. Just really tight in there. Oh, there it is. Now I'll see if we can get the new one put back in. First thing I'll do is compare these two belts. Definitely tell the difference between new and old. This one's pretty worn. Might even be the original belt. So we got a new high torque belt. I really am fond of this D&D power belts. I just get them off of eBay for all my equipment, and they're pretty good here. So this is a 1/2 inch belt this way and 36 inches this way. So there. Get down here where I can see what's going on. I think if I get a screwdriver, flat blade, I can kind of push it through. Nice long flat bladed screwdriver. Line that up. There we go. Got it over the pulley on the front. Now we'll put this back. Doesn't have to be tight up against it, but enough to prevent the belt from slipping off on its own. Okay, let's put this thing down. Well, let's get the cover back on. Alright, so now we got the belt rerouted back over the pulley, and it's on the inside of this. Now we'll put the hey Harley, where's your ball? Go ahead, go get your ball. Where's your ball? There we go. Now this thing here, we might have to play around with it. Tighten it up, run it, pull a lever, see if it turns, and we'll make some adjustments as needed. So right now I'm going to put a little bit of tension. Start at the halfway mark here. Alright, let's see what happens. Need to put more tension on the belt. Once that thing got clogged full of snow, just didn't have enough pressure on the belt to kick her loose. Try again. Let's clean the chute out though, because I don't want it to start under load. So the belt has got plenty of tension now to throw that snow, as you saw. The trick though is that when you release the lever, you also want the tension to release on the belt enough that the auger stops turning. In this case it didn't, so there's almost too much tension on this thing. A couple of ways to change that. One would be to adjust this again. Another way would be for the lever here. Down here, there's actually a nut that you can loosen so it doesn't pull up quite as high. So that would be probably the easiest way to do it. Let's do that. Let's see if that's 3/8. It is. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually turn this out so there's less tension when you pull this. We're going to actually start this thing up, and we're going to adjust that while it's running and kind of watch the auger to see when the auger stops turning on its own when we're not pressing the lever. So there is just a little bit of creep there, but I bet you if stuck a 2x4 or something up against that auger, that would stop it. So let's give her one more shot in the snow and see if it'll throw. So alright, here we go. We have it set where I'm comfortable. It's throwing snow and it's mostly stopping when you release the lever. And so we have successfully replaced the belt on this Simplicity Snow-A-Way 7. Let me show you the actual model number. There you go, 1693162, 1693162. So far this thing is running good. I feel comfortable giving it back to my friend. Hopefully we'll get more snow to play in. Thanks for watching.